Good likely day to everyone. My name is Universe, and I am your source for today's video. The name of this video will be titled, The Science of the Root Chakra. Now, we're going to be going into some things about the root chakra that probably nobody, at least 90% of the people, really haven't touched into. Because usually when people talk about the root chakra, they just basically talk about how it's located at the base of the spine, the spinal cord, and how it is attached to just the physical realm. And that's pretty much it. You know, it's basically like minute, and it doesn't play such a quote unquote big role in what's going on in your life. But in this video, we're going to talk about why the root chakra is the ruler of cause and effects of the physical realm. Yes, I say it's the ruler of cause and effects of the physical realm, excuse me. So why is this? Because it is the soil that keeps you locked into the physical realm. For example, it is connected to stability, security, basic needs, foods, water, emotions, fear, happiness, etc., etc. Literally everything that goes on in the physical world. So that's the first thing you got to understand when it comes to the root chakra. It plays a very, very big apex role in how successful and unsuccessful you are, and how everything you do has a cause and effect in the physical realm. That is what the red chakra, aka the root chakra, comes from, because the root chakra is associated with the color red. Now, being able to see what you need to work on and why, you should be asking yourself, out of everything I named, what are you weak at? Is it stability, security? Was your insecurities? Basic needs, foods and water. You having financial, situations or whatnot. You fear, you got a battle with fear for whatever reason. Your happiness, relationships with people, etc. All those things play a big major role in the physical realm. And all of them have big causes and effects. It's going to affect you very good or either very bad. So this is the science of the root chakra. Then you have to connect the problems and struggles you have in life. All that connects to the root chakra once again, because the root chakra is what you feed when it comes to the physical realm. Another example, let's say for a lot of guys, I know even like myself, porn addiction. A lot of guys grow up watching porn. That's connected to the root chakra, because it's about pleasure, getting the best out of the quote unquote physical realm. So it could be porn addiction, it could be sex, it could be drug abuse, alcohol abuse, anything that helps fill the need and the void of whatever your physical wants may be. All that is based off the root chakra. So I know in a lot of videos, a lot of people kind of, I guess you could say, downplay the role that the root chakra plays. But it all starts with the root chakra, is what you got to understand. It all starts with the root chakra. I know a lot of people, we like to talk about all the different chakras. Oh, the throat chakra, the crown chakra, the heart chakra, da-da-da-da-da. But you cannot get everything in alignment if your root chakra, the base, your foundation is off. You got to have a strong foundation. And our foundation in the physical realm is the root chakra, aka the red chakra, So as well, after you start identifying those things and you kind of looking into, okay, more focusing in on your root chakra and how big of a role that it plays in your life, then you have to start the rebuilding process. The rebuilding process could be something as small as writing down the positives and the negatives that you've been going through in your life, you know. And 10, I'm pretty sure 10 times out of 10, the root chakra is connected to it in some type of fashion, shape, or form. Because it all starts with the root chakra once again. So I want everyone to get out of the mindset of thinking that, oh, it's just all about the crown chakra. It's just all about the heart chakra. The beginning is the root chakra. The beginning is the root chakra. It's the base of all your problems, all your wants, all your needs, all your fantasies, all your desires. It comes from the root chakra. It is literally the ruler of the physical realm. So once you start retraining your brain and you start getting into that mindset, then, you know, you got to start practicing things like what I like to call the mirror effect. Basically, you know, holding yourself accountable, you know. So if, once again, for the fellas, if you with a chick, you know what I'm saying, you can't get right, you probably want to slow down watching porn. Quit beating off so much, you know, because it's different when it's in front of you and when you're watching it, you know. If you smoking and drinking all the time, but you talking about, oh, you got shortness of breath, you can't really play basketball, football that long, you might want to stop drinking and smoking. You know, common sense stuff. Holding yourself accountable, the mirror effect. This will help you to get out of the victim mentality. You know, oh, I shoulda, coulda, woulda, or why is this going like this? Why I can't have this going on, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You sit down, slow down, look at your causes of why you're doing what you're doing, and look at the effects of it, because it's going to destroy you. You know, then you can start to reshape your reality in this realm. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Becoming the master of your own universe. But we cannot skip steps. It's a process. Y'all have to understand that. It's not about moving fast. It's about moving right. So as long as you're looking at the root chakra as the beginning, the one, then you could actually start to put everything in alignment. You know, C don't goes before A. So why would you skip the root chakra and start talking about all the other chakras? You understand what I'm saying? When you master the physical, then you can start dabbling into the spiritual. Because it's a Libra scale. It's a balance to this. You can't run before you crawl. So another thing you have to think about is what happens when you don't master the root chakra. Which is simple. You might flunk out of school. You might be going from job to job. You keep losing your jobs, maybe because you don't have the discipline. You want to sleep in. You got bad habits. You want to chase women all night, you know, or you might have bad spending habits. So now you don't have money to put gas in your car to get back and forth to work. You might have a gambling problem, you know, whatever the case might be, you know, it's cause and effects. So when you think of the root chakra, you want to look at it as cause and effect. That's what the root chakra should be, cause and effect. Because that's all it is. It's the ruler of cause and effect. So once you're doing the mirror technique, you know, holding yourself accountable, writing down the pros and the cons of what you've been doing, the cause and effects of each pro and con, then you can start understanding. When you look at your root chakra as the first, now you can start retraining your brain. You can start the rebuilding process. And this will put you in a position where you can navigate in the physical realm a lot easier, just because the way that I'm breaking it down. Now you can understand, oh, okay, this is simple. You understand what I'm saying? The chakra systems are tools that help you navigate while you are in the physical realm. Nothing more, nothing less. But you have to understand how to use them and identify them properly. Going within, sitting down in solitude, sitting down in silence, and really thinking about all the self-inflicted wounds you have caused yourself. Because once you start mastering the root chakra, that's what it's all about. Showing how much you've been a burden to yourself. It forces you to look at the man or the woman in the mirror and see why you've been falling short over and over and over and over. Because half of the battle is staying away from certain family and friends, aka outside influences. So once you start walking down this road, you will start understanding and realizing, man, 95% of the people, they don't want the same thing I want out of life. You understand what I'm saying? That's what the root chakra does once you tap into it. That's what it does with sex, money, drugs, pleasure, wants, needs, so to speak, cause and effect. It's basically the beginning of the game of life, what the root chakra is. It is the key to being successful in the physical realm. Or should I say one of the keys? It's one of the first keys, should I say, on the first level. Getting in tune with yourself. Being honest with yourself. Sometimes you got to sit down and ask yourself the questions. Because one thing that I noticed and something that I used to do myself, I used to ask people around me advice. Oh, what you think I should do in this situation? What you think I should do in that situation? But really, all you had to do was listen to your first mind. Their voice inside your head telling you, nah, you really shouldn't be doing this. And another thing that the root chakra will also do, it would expose your ego. It'll show you how you've been working against yourself. It will show you the do's and the don'ts. And then you'll start retraining your brain to everything is cause and effect. If I work 60 hours this week and next week, I will have X amount of hours of overtime on my check. If I sit down and don't go out to eat, buy clothes, shoes, or whatever your vices, quote unquote, may be, I would have been done saved up $1,500, $1,000, whatever the case might be. It makes you grounded and rooted into your true self, into the physical realm. It will make you sit down and you just stay still and watch everything in the world move around you. And then that will help you make every move your best move. Because once again, like I said, it's about moving right, not moving fast. So when you're in tune with your root chakra, you'll start understanding these things. Things won't be as difficult, so to speak. You start really looking at yourself as the problem and the person that's going to provide the solution. You're the ones making your own problem, and you are the one that can make your own solution. No one is going to come save you. Let me say that again. Nobody is going to come save you. You got to save yourself. You're the alpha, the omega of your realm, of yourself. Either you're going to do good to get positive effects, you're going to do bad and you're going to get negative effects. Being rooted in the root chakra, this helps you get out of this mindset of delusion. Because a lot of us are in a state of delusion. A lot of us, we talk a good game, but we don't put the actions behind those words. We just say that because it feel good, it sound good, and that's how you feeling in the moment, which translate to what? Your emotions, which play a very, very big role in your root chakra. The root chakra helps you get in tune with your emotions and balance them out so they won't be so out of whack. Once you get in tune with your root chakra, you won't be falling out with as many people. A lot of things won't affect you mentally or emotionally like how they used to. A lot of stuff that some people might say, little slick stuff, little comments, it really won't bother you. Because you understand the cause and effect of letting that energy and that aura come inside and just disrupt what you're trying to build up. Because once again, the root chakra is about your foundation. You got to have a strong foundation. You don't need no cracks. Because what happens when a foundation have a crack in it? The apex will fall eventually. It'll start crumbling. It'll get old. It'll affect the whole thing. So if you've been disciplined, you've been doing what you're supposed to do, you've been working hard to get wherever you need to get in your life, it could have took you 5 years, 6, 7, 8 years. But guess what? If you don't have your emotions in check, if everything you do, you don't think of the cause and effect of what you're doing, eventually your whole world will come falling down because you're not in tune with the root chakra. Once again, that's the foundation. So y'all have to start keeping these key points in mind when it comes to the root chakra and when it comes to energy. Even with the energy that's associated with the root chakra, it's easy for the mundane things, the quote unquote ways of the world. That's what it's for. It's like the beast inside of you. It's like feeding the beast. Smoking, drinking, chasing women are for the females, chasing men, being promiscuous, not treating your body as a temple, trying to get your diet right, trying to watch what you eat, how much you eat. The root chakra is about that as well. It helps you build a strong temple. And you don't necessarily have to go vegan or, stick to a certain super strict, diet, but it will help if you clean it up. Because at the end of the day, the root chakra is about maintaining your physical at the apex. That's what it's about, which means your emotions, your vices. It means your body, your mind, your spirit, your heart, because it's all attached to the physical, some way, shape, or form. It's all attached to your root chakra. So y'all have to keep that in mind. The root chakra plays a very, very, very big role. And I feel like the root chakra is often overlooked because a lot of people want to skip the process. And a lot of people just don't understand how it goes. It's at the bottom for a reason. It's at the base of your spine for a reason. Because you got to start off strong. That's the first step. Then you can ascend into your higher quote unquote chakras, which there's really no such thing as lower and higher chakras. It's just like, I look at the chakra system as like a house. There are many important parts of the house. For one, you got to have lights and water. The electricity got to work. The electrical wiring. You want to make sure your pipes are good, so you have running water. The bedroom is very important. You got your bed, your TV, whatever the case might be in. Those are your private living quarters. The bathroom, we all need to go to the bathroom. We all need to use the shower. But then again, you got the kitchen. Where the food at, So that's how you want to look at the chakra system, from the bottom all the way up to the top. They all are very important and they all play their own role. But in this particular video, we're just going to stick on the root chakra. So I want you guys and ladies, I want y'all to do some more research on the importance of the root chakra. I want you to be more balanced when it comes to the root chakra, and you want to be more well-rounded when it comes to the information about the root chakra, and not just thinking that, the root chakra there just to be there. You understand what I'm saying? No. Everything starts with that. I had to learn the hard way. You know, I got a couple stories about how I wasn't putting the root chakra first and I wasn't building upon it. I didn't recognize the power that the root chakra had, and it was causing havoc on my personal life. I had a good job, a good career. I lost that. You know why? Cause and effect. Once again, I was being late to work. I was calling out because I quote unquote didn't feel like it. My feelings are attached to my emotions. I was working 12-hour shifts. I just didn't want to do it. And look at the effect of that. I lost a good job at a young age. It was a career. But I didn't understand the science of the root chakra. I didn't understand it. Everything is cause and effect. So from now on, I want y'all to be thinking in that mental pattern. Okay, if I eat this, it's a cause. The cause is I'm hungry and I just want to eat it. Maybe because it's convenient, or it might be good, whatever the case might be. But the effect is I might get a little fatter, you know, or it might give me high blood pressure. It might give me gout in the foot, or it might help clean out my system. It might be good for my colon tract, my digestive system. You know, it might be good for my blood. It might be good for my skin, etc., etc. Everything is cause and effect. When you think like that, that'll help you stop and slow down and choose correctly. And I'm not saying you're going to get this overnight. I still struggle with it as well. But the majority of the time, I choose the right thing because I understand thinking in that order. It helps you out so much in life. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video, the science of the root chakra. And I am your source. Until the next video.